What's up everybody, and welcome to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining me, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back as always. I have been MIA. I'm sorry for disappearing. I still have more things I want to review, but life comes up sometimes and you gotta take care of things. But I'm back, I've got content planned, and I'm really excited for what I'm gonna share with you today, which is an overview and my thoughts on this RGBlink mini streaming switcher. If you are someone who makes content online, let's say you collab with other artists, or even if you are a DJ or production company who wants to get into some video or the video side of things, this is a really awesome compact product to help you out with that. Basically, in essence, this allows you to take multiple video sources, in the case of this mini streaming switcher, and combine them and do transitions and fades and cuts and picture-in-picture, all with a hardware device, no laptop or software required, which is really nice. I'm not someone who likes to bring out a ton of laptops for different tasks or run multiple things on my main DJ laptop. So this is an all-in-one system, so you don't have to, again, deal with the headache of, is this software compatible with my computer? Do I have enough processing power? All that stuff. So in this video, I'm gonna give you an overview of this system, unbox it, show you all the ins and the outs and the settings, and then I'll hook up a couple different HDMI sources and we'll run it through its paces, get an idea of how it works, talk about all the different functions, and I'll let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking up for yourself. Now, before we dive into that, if you're not already, make sure that you like this video and leave a comment down below as things go on, of course, if you enjoy what you see. But most of all, I'd love to have you as a subscriber and for you to ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any content coming in the future. Enough about that though, let's talk about this RGBlink mini streaming switcher. We'll start by cracking this box open and showing you what is inside. It's very well packaged, nice thick box. Even though it got tossed around by my Amazon delivery driver, it made it to me safe. Switcher is here, we'll get to that in a second, but we do have a small accessory box. Inside of this, you're gonna get a few different cables and whatnot. We've got an audio cable, kind of your tip ring sleeve, headphone type cable. We have our USB power cable right here, so this can run off of the included, might I say, wall wart plug. Love to see these little transformers. So many companies don't include these now. So really nice to have a USB-C wall transformer there. And then you do get a USB-A to USB-A cable. If you want to hook this up to your computer for your webcam or for a video source on your computer, you can do that with that. Now, the device itself, oh, I forgot I mentioned, underneath that, we've got a small little guide here. There's no manual in the box, unless it's actually, I don't think there is, because you're just gonna search it up. There's a QR code here, and they've got that on the website. I'm fine with that. It's very easy to find and use. Now, the streamer itself, really nice form factor. I love the size and the shape of this. It looks professional. It is plastic, so it's lightweight, but it feels robust. There's nothing flimsy about it, and kind of like twisting it side to side, no creaking or bending or anything like that. Now, we do have a mount here on the side if you want to mount this device, and we've got rubber feet on the bottom for just setting it on a table, which is what I'm gonna do. Now on the side, actually let's start on the back. On the back we have our ins and our outs. So we've got our USB power, which you're gonna use the included cable for. We have our 4 HDMI inputs. This is a 4K device at 60 FPS, so you've got nice crispy 4K video capability. And then we've got our HDMI output here, which is gonna send your signal to your projector or TV or distribution box or whatever you're doing. Now on the side we have a few more connections. We have a USB-A for connection to your computer if you want to use the webcam. We've got a internet port right here, so you can control this remotely via software, via an IP address, which is really nice. And then we have our audio microphone and line-in inputs right here if you want to use audio from a separate source. So that's really nice. Now, looking at the top, you're going to see this a little more in a bit when I show you the other clip of me using this, but we have 4 large rubberized push buttons right here, which is how you select between your different HDMI inputs. They will change color based on if the input is active or on deck, which is really nice. Our T-bar in the middle, which is how you're going to slide between your different sources and picture-in-picture. This is it has a little bit of resistance at the beginning, and then once you move it, it loosens up quite nicely. We've got a full color display here in the middle that will actually show you all 4 video sources. Again, you don't need an external monitor to use this device. You can see everything you're doing right here on the display. So cool. We've got 2 rotary knobs with push button up here on the top right and left. This left side with the set will allow you to change things like your transition type, your picture in picture mode, all of that kind of quick settings modes. And then on the right we have the main menu button, which allows you to access additional features, change the device resolution, language, firmware, all that stuff. So it's relatively straightforward to use. This is not a touch screen, but the clarity of it is really nice, which you'll see in just a moment. So let's pan over to the TV. I'll get some sources plugged in and we'll give this a try. All right guys, so I have the video switcher hooked up here to our living room TV for testing. Now there's a bit of glare, so I'm gonna apologize for that now. Let me just explain what I've got set up here. So I've got my power right here. I've got an Amazon Fire Stick playing one video. I've got my laptop hooked to another right here to play the other video, and then that is our main output to the TV. Now, we're not gonna be able to cover every feature in this video, but I did wanna be able to touch on a few of the important ones. So right now you can see we've got video number 1 playing, which you can see on the display there in the top left corner. We have spots over here for our 2 and 4 inputs if we were to use those, but we're not right now. Now, how this works is the red button is the one that is currently playing, so video input number 1, and 3 is what is on deck to come up next, which is this night scene here in the city. Now, I can select a different input if I want to, but I don't have anything plugged in right now. You can tell that I've got something plugged into 3 because it stays constantly lit like that. So if I click 3 and put that on deck, and then we use our little toggle switch right here, we can just do a nice fade over to our city scene, which you saw there. And then 1 automatically goes back as the next option. Again, you can change that, but we'll put 1 back on deck and go back to our fish scene, just like that. Boom, and you're ready to go. Now, I have it set up for a 2-second fade, so if I want to just kind of move this quick, it will just automatically fade according to that time interval, which is really nice. Now, let's kind of dive into those settings again. We'll try a few different edits. So if we go to the S button here for set, that allows us to set our transition. So we've got it on fade right now. Let's just do this kind of in to out transition. Again, we'll kind of do that. You can see that's the fast one, or you can kind of toggle it slow if you want to do it a little bit slower. Now, let me just try a couple more. We'll kind of go from this, let's do this in to out right here. Kind of see that like window curtain opening like that. It's pretty nice. And then we'll kind of go down to this. We got like a shutter effect right here. That's pretty nice as well. Now the fade, you know, looks great and it's just a nice basic one. So that's probably what I will use the majority of the time. So again, one more time, let's do that nice fade back this way. Now, if you want to change some of these settings, if you hit S again, you can see the mode. We're using the T-bar to control this. You can also just have it do fast, but I'm just gonna keep it on T-bar, and then you can change the time. So we've got it on 2. Let's kind of change it to a 4-second and see how that looks. So let's try this one more time. You can see a little bit slower of a transition there. So that's really nice. I'm gonna take that back down to 2 because I can kind of manually control it. Now if we hit S again, this is where we can do our picture in picture settings. So let's kind of come over here. Let's just do like a corner picture in picture. And now, every time we move that T-bar, we move to the other picture-in-picture setting. So you can see like that. And let's say we wanted to put 2 on a different picture-in-picture setting. Even though we don't have any video there, you can see it would come up if we had it. So I'm just gonna go back to 3. We'll go to this picture one down here in the corner. And there we go. So that's your picture-in-picture settings, and again, you can kind of change where the size of it and then where you want to put it in the image, okay? Now, if we hit S one more time, that takes us over here. If you want to do a logo overlay, you absolutely can, and you can position that how you'd like, and then pushing it again takes us back to our different settings. Now, I'm gonna turn our picture-in-picture off. Hitting M for menu. Let me get out of this all the way. We need to... There we go. Okay, so now we're back to our main screen. Hitting menu again, it takes you to your main settings. So you've got your inputs here. You can see what the quality, the resolution settings are on each input. You've also got the ability to turn de-interlacing on or off. Hitting main again takes us to the HDMI settings. So right now our output is set as program. I did want to show you this. If we change it to preview, now you can see up at the top kind of a whole behind the scenes look at all the different inputs and be able to see what's on deck, what's currently playing, and switch between your different settings. So I think I'm just going to keep mine on program so that we see, there we go, the whole image. Now we've got different settings here for your format. For our screen, we can also adjust what the output is on the screen. USB 3.0, oh, let me come back down to that. So for our USB 3.0, you can adjust what setting that is, whether it's program or preview, and the format as well, the resolution. For our audio, you can choose, let's see, here we go, whether HDMI audio is on or off. Okay, so if we want that to go through your output, we'll kind of just keep that on, which is what it's on, and you can adjust your volume there as well. We've got our input audio. You've also got color settings. You've got your language, the fan speed, info for the LCD, and then clicking it again takes us back here to the main settings. So again, we've got our 2 videos. One is playing, 3's on deck. We can kind of fade between the 2. I'll show you a couple more transitions here. Let's go over to S, go back up to our different transitions. Let's do this kind of like a top-down wipe here. That's nice. So overall, this thing is real slick. The video quality is great, and I'm really impressed with how it functions. So there you have it. That is the RGBlink mini streaming switcher. Honestly, this thing is such an impressive little device, and the fact that you can get all this functionality for a really affordable price and in a really compact package is quite astounding. Now, this is very intuitive to use. I glanced at the manual, but honestly, I figured out how to run this thing in a matter of minutes all by myself, and you could totally do it too. Now, are there bigger, more capable units out there? Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure RGBlink has some bigger, more pro-oriented models, but if you just want the basics and if you want to get up and running in a matter of minutes, this is an awesome solution. So I'll include links down below. You can go check it out there. Pick one up if you want to. It helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. I would love you for it. And if not, just go ahead and subscribe and ring the notification bell. That helps the channel grow too. I really appreciate you being here today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.